Hey folks, I know a few of you are struggling with figuring out how to do your models for your photosynthesis project, and so I want to give you another tool that might work for you, which is the Morph tool in PowerPoint. You have to have one of the more recent versions of PowerPoint, but we can do it with the online version too, and it's kind of a cool tool where you can move stuff around and model. So what are we trying to do here? Well, again, you guys are trying to model photosynthesis. So in photosynthesis, it's some combination of these four different molecules. You start with carbon dioxide and water, again, 6 of each of those, and then it transitions through the chemical process into 6 oxygen gases and 1 glucose. I've drawn these up here in PowerPoint. You can do the same. If you need some help with that, I can certainly help you if you come to office hours. But again, we're going to start with 6 of each of the things on the left. We're going to end up with 6 oxygen and 1 glucose. And you can actually do this if you don't want to do it with M&Ms. You can do it pretty easily with PowerPoint. And I'm going to show you a way to do it here. So let's say I want to model 2H2 plus O2 going to water. So I'm going to start by inserting the models that I'm working with. So I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to use circles for all of my different atoms here. And so for hydrogen, I'm going to use a relatively small circle because it's a small atom. And I'm going to fill it red. A lot of models will have hydrogen filled red. I'm going to outline it with white so it's easy to see against my background. Now I know I start off with 2 H2s here. So I'm going to copy this guy and paste it 4 times. That way I have hydrogen gas set up twice. So now I have hydrogen gas here. In other words, 2 H2s. So there we go. I've got 2 H2s. Now I need my little O2 here. So let's go ahead and insert that. So again, I'm going to go insert shape, and I could copy if I wanted to, but I want these a little bigger. So I'm going to insert my shape here, and there's my oxygen. I'm going to fill the oxygen green because we often get that, and again, I'm going to make the outline white. Now I know I start out with 1 O2, so I'm going to copy and paste, and there I have my O2 here. If you want, you can go ahead and add little bond lines. I'm going to stay away from the bond lines here. When you get to glucose, you should probably do that. But for my purposes, I don't think I need it. I'll set these guys down here, and now I have my reactants. So what I need to do is end up with 2H2O. So this is really important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to duplicate my slide. So I have an exact copy of the same slide with the same elements in it. And then I'm going to rearrange everybody. I'm going to have my oxygen here with its 2 little hydrogens attached to it, little monkey ears. And same over here. So I'm going to have this and this. So that's how I'm going to end up. Again, if you wanted to do it when you're doing glucose, it probably helps to actually have the little bond lines because it's hard to kind of clump everybody together. I can separate these out, and I'll go insert shape, and I'll just insert lines here. My version of PowerPoint is really nice about these lines. It lets me connect them between points. I'm going to change it to a little bit of a white line, and I'm going to make my weight a little thicker just so I can see it. Then I'll copy and paste that same line and drag it between this one and this one. And so in the end, I've got these little bond lines. Again, you don't have to do this. I'm going to. It's neat that it attaches to them. I'll do it for both. Might as well. And I'll jump ahead in the video when I have them drawn. And there we go. That's my end product. So here I start with, in the previous slide, my 2 H2s and 1 O2, and I end with 2 H2Os. So if I run my slideshow like it is right now, without any changes, I just get slide, 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 and we're done. And there's no animation there. But what I want to do is I want to animate it from here to here. So from slide 2 to slide 3. So I'm going to click on slide 3, and I'm going to go to transitions and click morph. And here you can see it sets me up with that transition. I'm going to crank up the duration over here just a little bit so it takes a little longer to do it so you can see the process a bit better. And now let's run my slideshow. So from beginning, again, nothing exciting here. Here's my graphic here. And then when I click to the next slide, we see that morph where everything rearranges and you see those bond lines show up. And we're good. If I wanted to do the same thing for photosynthesis, all I'd have to do is create 6 copies of CO2, 6 copies of H2O, and then rearrange and then duplicate my slide, and then rearrange them as glucose and 6 oxygen. And that's all you have to do. If you need more help with that, we can certainly help you, but try the morph tool. It might be a good way to do things. There you go.